We are also testing multiple other methods wherein creators can, participate and reach out to brands and be able to build that connection. So it's all in the works. Exciting experiments will continue to happen on Instagram and especially on Reels, right? To be able to bring more value to our creator friends.
Facebook ഇന്ത്യയുടെ ഡയറക്ടർ ആൻഡ് ഹെഡ് ഓഫ് പാർട്ണർഷിപ്സ് മനീഷ് ചോപ്രയാണ് ഇന്ന് ക്യൂവിനൊപ്പം. വെൽക്കം.
Thank you so much. My pleasure to be here.
So you're here in Kochi as part of community meetup. Why do you choose Kochi as the first city of this series?
No special reason, honestly. We've actually seen that a lot of Malayalam creators, right, in the recent past, have been creating fabulous content, as have creators across the country. So we felt a great place to start.
As we know, when the Instagram was started before years, you were focused on photos. Like people use Instagram to post photos. Then it became like people use creative photos that to be posted on Instagram. From past 2 years, Reels have been introduced. People are more into Reels. So in previous days, there was a campaign like we want our Instagram back. Like it's only Reels now in the Instagram. So what do you think about that? What are your thoughts on that?
So Instagram, right from its evolution, right, has been something that has brought together culture. It started with photographs. It evolved to video, and now it's evolving to different new formats, right? We found, and again, this is, it's been now 2 years since we launched Reels, on Instagram, and then shortly after that, we launched it on Facebook. Meta as a company is very clear that we listen to what our users are saying, what kind of content they like and they love and they create, and how we can make our creators and influencers be able to express themselves through content. So video is something that has been happening as a growth, right, across the platform. 50% of the time that people are on any of these apps, they're actually consuming some sort of video. Now, that does not mean that there is any less, less need or less excitement about photos. That also exists, right? So that is wonderful in a way that people are able to express themselves, right, and share that kind of content also. We've been doing experiments and trying to learn about how people want to use the application. So we tried different experiments in different ways. So that's really, and we continue to learn from that. And basis the learning that we get from that, we go forward and decide, how we can meet these requirements that the users have in the best possible way.
Earlier at the community meetup, you have mentioned about the collaborations, like collaborations with movie stars and content creators. So there are only few collaborations that happened from Kerala. So do you focus on more collaborations from the content creators here?
So collaborations is a feature that we believe helps both creators as well as any user be able to be able to use that, and it's a in integral part of the way Reels helps. We find that collaborations is something that actually brings two talents together in a unique way. So that's the reason why we encourage it. But there are multiple other ways also that Reels brings people to be able to create very interesting content. Remix is another way, right? That if a creator decides and puts up, when they create a reel, they say, hey, I'm okay if anybody remixes my reel. And that is something that has also taken off. So we find that, use of music, remixes, collaboration, all these are features that are really taking off. Another one that I want to talk about is using AR filters,
Yep.
right? And using AR filters in very interesting ways. So that's another area that we find a lot of creators are adopting that.
In the case of audience of Instagram, the major portion is of Gen Z audience. Like we have such a varied population here in India. Have you have any plans on focusing on older generation or the 90s kids? What's your thoughts on that?
Honestly, we are where our audiences are, our consumers are, and we want to meet needs of all kinds of consumers. Uh, Today we find that there is a different set of requirements or needs, right? That younger adults have vis-a-vis other age groups. But I think content is such, right, that it goes across all age groups. Chef Pillai has now become so popular, right?
Yes.
There is content, the music content is now being created by all age groups, right? So it's fabulous that people don't feel restricted, right? That hey, it's difficult to create a reel. Anybody can create a reel, whatever your age, your socioeconomic background, your language skill may be. It's so simple.
Instagram, as part of a social media, helps people from different parts of the world to connect. In that scenario, what's your vision on the future of Instagram?
Future of Instagram is super bright. I'll tell you the reason why I am so excited about uh, what's happening. Now. I think culture manifests itself, right, through expression of individuals. People have gone beyond using or getting worried about the application, the phone, how to do, how to create a video. The technology phobia has completely gone away. Our platform is help make it simpler and easier than ever before to create a reel. Today, across the entire country, from tier 3, tier 4 towns, people are creating content. We have more creators, right, who are from in the last 2 years, who have come from these kinds of, across the country, who are creating fabulous content. And we find the beauty of this content across, reach everybody. If you look at where Instagram is as a platform, we want to help the creators connect with their audiences. We want to help users find their passion. If they want to follow certain kinds of content or certain kind of celebrities, movies, film stars, sports, whatever their passion is, they will get it within Instagram. There are multiple parts of surfaces, as we call them, or sections and tabs in Instagram that will help them discover. And I think that is what the power of the platform is. So yeah, from my perspective, super exciting future.
If you look at the scenario of present situation, YouTube has already started giving monetization for contents. Facebook is already giving. In the case of Instagram, it's not like everyone are not being monetized here. What is the reason behind that, or what are the steps, or what are your what regulations on giving monetization to content creators?
Uh, See, video on Instagram has is evolving, as you see in the last few years. So we are constantly learning. We want to create a great experience both for create content creators and for advertisers, right? Monetization happens when advertisers get the best experience. Today, creators who create content on Instagram and on Reels, they are the ones who are doing brand collaborations, right, with the big brands. So yes, they are getting value from that. We are also testing multiple other methods wherein creators can, participate and reach out to brands and be able to build that connection. So it's all in the works. Exciting experiments will continue to happen on Instagram and especially on Reels, right, to be able to bring more value to our creator friends.
With the introduction of reels, everyone are getting high visibility in the society. Like they are all being celebrities, but sometimes some contents are being highly toxic. It's not something we like everyone accept. Such content creators are also being celebrities, or they are gaining popularity by toxic contents. So, what is Instagram's regulations on contents?
So, as Instagram, we have a clear community guideline that everybody who puts content on Instagram adheres to. If anybody finds content that is in any manner disagreeable to them, they can definitely raise a query or a request, right, to take down that content. We evaluate hundreds of thousands of these requests. We make sure that they are meeting our guidelines, and basis that, the content is then taken down. So I think this process, right, has been working well for us. Uh, can it get better? Yeah, sure. Um it will be something that we constantly keep learning and making sure that we keep improving on that.
The early stage, we were so familiarized with Facebook. After that, Instagram was introduced. So nowadays, majority of the people are being focusing on Instagram. They are posting photos, posting reels, and some of them who are so attached to Facebook are being left behind, or they are being only using Facebook for a long time. They are not getting connected with Instagram at some points, and major population are focusing on Instagram. So, what do you think about the future of Facebook in the coming days or coming years?
Let me dispel that misconception. Facebook is thriving. Facebook is doing fabulously well. The pieces of Facebook Reels is also on Facebook, and Reels on Facebook is doing very, very well. What we find, right, is different people at different times or different requirements go to either of our apps, right? Facebook, Instagram. Like people go to WhatsApp for completely different requirements. And I think that's perfectly fine. They are not competing with each other, they are meeting different needs and different requirements. So, Facebook is doing wonderfully well. I want to assure you that anybody who's a great Facebook lover, there is fabulous features that are constantly being introduced in Facebook, including Reels.
Okay, thank you.